The Warrior Cleanse. Keeping you clean so you can live the dream.
What's up, guys? It's Diane Kazer. Today I'm going to show you, what I'm going to show you is spaghetti, faux spaghetti, with pesto sauce that I made in my Vitamix. And then some organic chicken with baby mushrooms cooked in bone broth, using these butter lettuce leaves as the tortilla, the bowl on the bottom. And it's close to St. Patrick's Day when I'm filming this, so I put the leaves, I arranged these leaves in the form of little cloves, it looks like. You can probably see it here, but this is what this looks like. It comes and it's still, it comes with a little bit of soil that it was grown in. But the thing that took the longest, obviously, is the spaghetti squash. And this is what spaghetti squash looks like on the inside. And so if you can see, if you look closely, you take a little fork and you just kind of like scrape it out like that, and it's the consistency of like top ramen. So this is what people who like spaghetti like, this consistency. That takes like 30 to 45 minutes. So while that was in the oven, I just got everything else ready. I just laid down the leaves. I'd already made this. If you food prep for the week, this is just a wok full of 2 pounds of chicken with some mushrooms. And like I said, I cooked it in bone broth. That was my base. And my oil, basically. And then the meat absorbs all the healthy collagenous compounds of the bone broth. The calcium and the bone marrow from all the bones and the animals that would have otherwise been scrapped just because we normally only use the meat, it leaches into the collagenous substance of the bone broth, and then we eat that and it starts to repair things like leaky gut. People have osteoporosis, hormone issues, amazing for the skin. And all I did for the pesto sauce is I took like about a cup of hemp seeds, about maybe a little bit less than a cup, maybe like half cup of pine nuts. Best to not store it in plastic, but whatever. And about like a cup of olive oil, a pinch of sea salt, and then this whole thing of basil, organic basil. I forgot to tell you to put garlic in here. That's what all of this mess is, garlic. And I just threw it in the Vitamix, and this is what it looks like when it's done. So you can see here that that is my basil pesto. So all I'm gonna do with this beautiful plate that has about a cup or so, I'd say, of the spaghetti squash, and then just to make it pretty, I put, like I said, the meat on the outside. Notice that I did not say anything about a microwave. I didn't use this microwave to heat up the meat or anything. It's just gonna be cooler, because when you use a microwave and you heat up the meat at really high levels, like over 300 plus, and it doesn't cook the meat consistently through, and so there's parts of it that are still left cold, and that harbors a lot of parasites and pathogens. But I very, very rarely, if ever, use a microwave. Instead, what I do is I just use my stove to heat up some water or whatever it is I'm using, whatever I'd like to heat up. Note to self, before I ate my meal, and I've been teaching this in my cleanse and to a lot of my clients and patients, is to have a cup of water, like 8 ounces of water, with about a tablespoon or 2 of apple cider vinegar. And then after the meal, what I'll have is, I brewed this last night. I took about like that much of ginger and I brewed it over the stove in this. So this is a stainless steel pot, and I brewed enough of it to where this is the concentrated version. I'll be adding more water to it, and I'll probably heat this up again over the stove, not the microwave, because if you put it in the microwave, you'll also be killing the rawness of this, which offers all the antioxidant properties, antibacterial, antimicrobial. Why do you think when you go to sushi they give you ginger and wasabi? Because it kills off any parasites that are in the raw fish. Yes! I probably just broke my headrest. So then this is another insurance. I kind of like wrapped my entire meal with insurance that if I ate any bad bugs, then there's no chance that they could survive in me. Note I said bad bugs. Good bugs are probiotics. So I talked about that in a different video. But I forgot to mention one thing. What would a video be without talking about dessert? So I don't believe that any of us should be deprived of anything. So check out what I bought. Yeah, I like this kind of chocolate. you can see it says 56. That's the amount of cacao in there. The higher the number, the better the antioxidant property of the chocolate in here. Chocolate is actually one of the most antioxidant rich foods in the world. Just don't stop eating it. Just don't overdose on it. And don't eat the milk chocolate kind only. Make sure you get a lot of cacao. It's very healthy for us. But if you did something like this, then there's no way you can get any bad bugs. SIBO, small intestine bacterial overgrowth, people getting this bloat that looks like a pregnant belly, is actually very common today. And the most common reason for people getting SIBO is from some kind of food infection or getting food poisoning. So decrease your odds of food poisoning by wrapping your meals with apple cider vinegar and ginger. Share away. Love you. Till I see you next time.
This message is brought to you by Kazer Wellness.